Magandang araw po at magandang gabi sa mga nakakapanood sa gabi at sa lahat po ng naabot ng video nito. Welcome po dito sa AMV o Avoy Mix video. Ngayon po ay meron po tayong video mula sa isang paborito nating source, no? Ito po ay video ni The Most, no? Halos sa sufi tayo nito. Video na po ay tungkol dito sa 10 pinakamalalakas na weapon ng Pilipinas. Ngayon itatopic niya rito sa kanyang video at bigyan po natin ito ng ating reaction. Tingnan po natin kung makatuwiran ba sinasabi ni Mouse o baka may mas malakas pa o baka naman mahina. Sige po, tingnan natin itong video ni The Most. I-play na po natin. Ito po ang kanyang video.
Welcome to today's episode, where we explore the most powerful and advanced weapons currently in service with the armed forces of the Philippines. Over the past decade, the AFP has undergone a significant modernization program, and these weapons play a crucial role in defending the country's sovereignty. Let's dive into the top weapons that make the AFP a formidable force. But before we continue and you are new to this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are always updated on military news and events.
So yun po, no, subscribe po kayo kay The Most para kasi magaganda yung mga video niya, no. Nakita nyo naman yung mga na-view natin itong starting point natin sa video na ito. Parang hindi sa Pilipinas pero maniwala po kayo yung mga pinakita dyan mga gamit po ng Pilipinas yan. Sige po, tuloy na po uulit natin itong video natin.
Number 1. The Sabra Light Tank. The Sabra Light Tank is part of the Philippine Army's modernization efforts under the Horizon 2 phase of the revised AFP modernization program. This light tank is expected to enhance the Army's armored capabilities, giving them a modern and highly mobile tank that can operate in diverse terrains, including the rugged and challenging environments of the Philippines. Around 30 tons, significantly lighter than traditional main battle tanks. Equipped with a 105mm rifled gun, capable of firing a wide range of ammunition, including high explosive and armor-piercing rounds. This provides significant firepower in combat situations. It typically includes a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun and optional remote weapon stations. 18 units are already in service by the Philippine Army.
Ayun, no, 18 daw ang meron tayo nito at halos kamukha siya ng Abram, no. At tingin ko nga, wag natin ismuling tong tangking to. Magaling talaga to at hindi to Pilipino kasi pagdating sa isang labanan tuso, no, at hindi mo maiisahan, no. Alam ng mga general natin kung ano yung kailangan at ano yung mga epektibo na hindi naman kailangan mamahalin at talagang maipapanalo sa gera.
Number 2. Bell AH-1 Cobra. The Bell AH-1 Cobra is a powerful attack helicopter currently serving with the Philippine Air Force, specifically in the 15th Strike Wing. This acquisition represents a significant leap forward in the PAF's ability to conduct air-to-ground operations, close air support, and anti-insurgency missions. These helicopters provide the AFP with a dedicated attack platform capable of delivering precision strikes on various targets. The Bell AH-1 Cobra is a variant of the Bell AH-1S Cobra series, originally developed by Bell Helicopter Textron in the United States. The Cobra is one of the most iconic attack helicopters in military aviation, known for its proven combat capabilities and service in multiple countries. Jordan donated the AH-1 Cobras to the PAF in 2019, strengthening the AFP's air assault and close air support capabilities. Equipped with a 20mm and 197 3-barreled Gatling gun mounted in a turret beneath the cockpit. Rocket pods capable of launching 2.75-inch Hydra 70 rockets. 2 units are already in service in the Philippine Air Force.
So, yung pong Cobra helicopter na po, no, attack helicopter or combat helicopter, napaka-effective po niya sa labanan. At pagdating sa tinatawag natin na ah, yung sigurado sa point of attack or asintado sa madaling salita, okay yan, no? Ang nakakalungkot lang po talaga, 2 unit lang po ang meron nito sa Pilipinas. Sana madagdagan pa po. So next po.
Number 3. Atmos 2000. The Atmos 2000 is a self-propelled howitzer recently acquired by the Philippine Army to boost its long-range artillery firepower. This acquisition marks a significant step in the Army Artillery Regiment's modernization efforts under the AFP Modernization Program, specifically the Horizon 2 phase. With these new artillery systems, the Philippine Army gains a mobile and flexible fire support asset that can provide quick, accurate, and high-impact firepower over long distances. The Atmos 2000 is an advanced, truck-mounted 155mm self-propelled howitzer developed by Elbit Systems of Israel. The Atmos 2000 has a maximum firing range of up to 41 kilometers with extended range projectiles, allowing it to engage targets deep behind enemy lines. Mounted on a 6x6 or 8x8 military truck chassis, this system is highly mobile and capable of traversing rough terrain. This mobility gives the Philippine Army flexibility to reposition quickly, which is essential for modern, dynamic battlefields. The Atmos 2000 can achieve a rate of fire of 4 to 9 rounds per minute, depending on crew proficiency and loading conditions. The Philippine Army has 12 units in service.
So, itong Atmos 2000, hindi na bago sa atin ito, no? Karamihan sa mga Pilipino alam na meron ito, no? Ito pong Atmos 2000 na long range, dito sa byland po, no, sa Pilipinas, napaka-effective po nito, lalo na mga kalaban sa yung sarili doon sa natin, sa within the area, o yung mga NPA o yung mga balak manggulo, mga terrorist, talagang hindi mananalo dito sa gawa ng Israel na Atmos 2000 na self-propelled, no. Mas madali po nga na itatravel ito at mas madali rin na ipopwesto, no. At siyempre mas mabilis na nakakapag-reload ng bala nito bukod sa high damage po ito sa talagang babagsakan ng bala nito. So, yung next po natin, number 4.
Number 4. Schaldag Mark V Fast Attack Craft. The Schaldag Mark V Fast Attack Craft is a newly acquired asset of the Philippine Navy, playing a crucial role in bolstering the country's coastal defense and quick response capabilities. Designed by Israel Shipyards Limited, the Schaldag Mark V is known for its speed, agility, and advanced weapons systems, making it well-suited for maritime security operations, particularly in protecting the Philippines' extensive coastline and territorial waters. Capable of speeds exceeding 40 knots 74 kilometers per hour, making it one of the fastest vessels in the Philippine Navy. Equipped with a Typhoon 25mm or 30mm remote-controlled naval gun, Spike and LOS non-line of sight missiles, and fitted with machine guns. This weapon system, also developed by Elbit Systems and Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, allows for precise targeting with minimal recoil, even at high speeds. The Philippine Navy has 9 units of Schaldag Mark V in the service.
So, itong Schaldag na to, ito yung masarap sana kung meron tayong 7,100 island, ganun din karami yung Schaldag natin. O, kalahati man lang ng 7,000. At napaka-epektibo po nito kasi nakamount po dito yung endless missile o non-line of sight missile na masasabi mong smart missile at very tinatawag natin na yung proficient missile kasi sigurado ang tama ng missile na to at ang damage nito sa magiging sa matatamaan po nito. So, nakakalungkot lang at kakaunti lang yung bilang ng ganito natin, 9 unit. Sana ay meron tayong kahit kalahati ng bilang ng isla natin at siguradong malaking tinik yon pagdating sa labanan kahit sa bansa. No? Sige po, tuloy natin.
Number 5. T-129 Attack Helicopter. The T-129 attack helicopter is a newly acquired multi-role attack helicopter for the Philippine Air Force, part of the 15th Strike Wing. Manufactured by Turkish Aerospace Industries, the T-129 attack is a formidable asset in the PF's arsenal, especially for close air support, counterinsurgency operations, and high-intensity conflict scenarios. The T-129 attack is based on the Agusta A-129 Mangusta platform and was further developed by Turkish Aerospace Industries in collaboration with Leonardo Helicopters of Italy. It is equipped with a 20mm 3-barrel rotary cannon and a nose-mounted turret, 2.75-inch unguided rockets for area suppression. This can swivel to target accurately from various angles, providing suppressive firepower against ground targets. This can be effective in various missions such as close air support, anti-insurgency operations, and anti-armor capability. The Philippine Air Force has 6 units in service.
Itong attack helicopter na to na mula sa Turkish, meron tayong 6, no? Napakahalaga po, no, na may 6 tayo nito. Kung dito lang sa loob ng bansa natin, napakadelikadong helicopter po ito para salakayin itong tinatawag nating mga masasamang loob o mga nagbabalak na terorista, no? Talagang masasabi natin hindi sila mananalo, no, kung meron tayo nito. At meron pa tayo nung 2 Cobra, no, halos kasing lakas ito ng Cobra, no. Sana madagdagan pa yung mga ganyan natin kasi pagdating nga sa gera, no, ng bansa sa bansa, malaki rin po ang maitutulong ng mga yan, at maibibigay na suporta, no, kasi mga air asset po natin yan, at nagke-carry din ito ng mga tinatawag na small rocket o missile na karagdagang pahirap sa mga bansang nagbabalak sumakop sa atin. Sige po, tuloy natin.
Number 6. BRP Conrado Yap Corvette. The BRP Conrado Yap PS-39 is a Pohang-class corvette in the Philippine Navy, representing a significant upgrade to the Navy's anti-submarine and surface warfare capabilities. Originally a part of the Republic of Korea Navy, the corvette was transferred to the Philippines in 2019 under a defense cooperation agreement between South Korea and the Philippines. Specializing in anti-submarine warfare, it's equipped with sonar systems and torpedoes that help detect and engage enemy submarines. This adds a crucial layer of defense for the Philippines' maritime security. Equipped with a 76mm Oto Melara main gun capable of engaging both surface and aerial targets with precision, twin 40mm OTO Breda AA guns, ASW mortars, and 324mm triple tube torpedo launchers. Only 1 unit are currently in the service of the Philippine Navy.
Hindi ko alam kung bakit yan yung nasabi na kasi marami tayong bago kagaya ng Diego Silang, no? Pero kung titingnan mo yung barko na yan, yung Pohang class, mukhang loaded na ng no, kumpara sa dami ng Keno ng mga bago. Medyo nakakatakot talaga siyang tingnan. At sabi ko nga, tuso yung mga sundalo natin, hindi yan kukuha basta-basta ng hindi epektibo na gamit para dito sa ating bansa. At ito na po yung isa, sinasabi ko nga, yung pang-7, yung isa sa mga bagong barko ng Pilipinas.
Number 7. Rizal-class frigate. The Rizal-class frigate, Jose Rizal FF-150, and Antonio Luna FF-151 were originally made by South Korea Hyundai Heavy Industries, which were commissioned in 2020 and 2021, respectively. Designed for multi-role missions, the Jose Rizal-class frigates provide the Philippine Navy with its first fully modernized, missile-capable surface vessels, capable of defending Philippine waters from various threats, including surface, air, and subsurface challenges. It is equipped with a 76mm Oto Melara super rapid gun, anti-ship missiles, surface-to-air missiles, triple-tube torpedo launchers, and a 30mm secondary gun for close-in protection and .50 caliber machine guns for additional defense. The Philippine Navy has 2 Rizal frigate in service.
So ito po, itong Jose Rizal class na ito na frigate, 2 po ang meron po tayo nito, at ito yung sinasabi ko na much modern kaysa dun sa Pohang class, At sana nga, hindi lang puro frigates meron tayo. Sana meron din tayong mga destroyer, kahit ilan man lang. Ano. So, ito. Next natin.
Number 8. Spider-Yar Missile Defense Systems. The Spider-Yar is a surface-to-air missile defense system recently acquired by the Philippine Air Force as part of the AFP modernization program to enhance the country's air defense capabilities. The Spider-Yar missile defense provides the Philippines with a versatile and highly mobile air defense solution capable of countering a range of aerial threats, including aircraft, drones, and various types of missiles. The systems can intercept targets up to 50 kilometers away and at altitudes up to 16,000 feet. It can detect, track, and engage multiple threats simultaneously, giving the PAF the flexibility to counter saturation attacks where numerous hostile aircraft or missiles are directed at a single target. The Philippines has 3 batteries of the Rafael Spider Air Defense System.
So ito, very popular na to kasi ito'y galing sa hindi ko alam kung ito rin yung nandun sa Israel na tinatawag nilang Iron Dome, no? Parehas kasi ang function nito sa Iron Dome. At hindi po biro ang gastos dyan. Kung meron kang 3 battery niyan, sana marami, mas marami pa. Kada kampo sana meron ganyan. At higit sa lahat dito sa area ng kung saan may mga syudad. Kasi kung saan meron mga tao, dapat meron ito. Kasi defense system to. At sabi ko nga, hindi biro yung may ganyan kasi kailangan marami kang bala dyan. No? Hindi ka dapat nauubusan. Kasi useless yan. Pagka yan ay naubusan, wala rin. So, next.
Number 9. FA-50PH Fighter Jets. The FA-50PH fighter jets, the backbone of the Philippine Air Force. These multi-role fighter jets, acquired from South Korea, are capable of both air-to-air combat and precision airstrikes. With a top speed of Mach 1.5, they're the Philippines' main defense against aerial threats and provide crucial support in ground operations. Equipped with advanced avionics and missile systems, these jets ensure that Philippine airspace remains protected. It is equipped with various missiles such as air-to-air missiles, precision-guided munitions, and laser-guided bombs. This aircraft is an essential asset for both day-to-day operations and in fostering the capability progression of the Philippine Air Force. Currently, the Philippine Air Force has 12 units in service.
Medyo mabagal siya sa 1.5, Mach 1.5. Pero, pwede na yan. Nasa galing kasi ng piloto yon, no? At sana makuha natin yung tinatawag na F-16, no? Ng US or yung Gripen. Ito po kasi ay sinasabi nila ay meron tayong 12 unit nito. Pero po, sa update natin, another 12 unit kasi yung binili ulit. Mabawasan pa yung isa yan kasi bumagsak po yan. Kung yung 12 mo, 11. Tapos nag-acquire ulit tayo ng another ibang variant ng FA-50. No? Mas advanced dito sa FA-50 na 12 natin at another 12 ulit unit. So, kung dumating yon ay 24 na. No? Hindi ko alam kung dumating na ba o kung darating pa lang. Sige po. At itong pong jet fighter na to ay hindi basta-basta. Ito po ay sumasabay po sa mga modern jet fighter magpasa hanggang ngayon. Ano? Tuloy natin.
Lastly, the BrahMos cruise missiles. The Philippines acquired the BrahMos cruise missile system as part of its strategic initiative to enhance its defensive and deterrence capabilities, especially in maritime territories. Jointly developed by India and Russia, the BrahMos is one of the fastest supersonic cruise missiles in the world, reaching speeds of Mach 2.8 to 3.0. With a range of around 290 kilometers, the BrahMos is designed for precision strikes, capable of hitting land or sea targets with high accuracy, which aligns well with the Philippines' defense objectives. The BrahMos system can be deployed in land-based mobile platforms, allowing the Philippines to place these assets in strategic locations across its islands. These mobile launch systems provide flexibility, as they can be redeployed or hidden as required for strategic or tactical advantage. The Philippine Marine Corps operates 3 missile batteries.
So, yun po, no? Meron tayong 3 BrahMos at alam ko bumibili pa tayo sa ngayon at nag-acquire pa ng marami pang BrahMos. Yan po ay talagang isang napaka-deadly missile po yan. Supersonic po siya at ano po, no, take note, no, itong BrahMos po ay capable para sa tinatawag natin na nuclear warhead. Pwede po siyang lagyan ng isang nuclear ng warhead, ano. At kung mapapansin nyo, wala rin dito yung tinatawag natin na Typhoon kasi wala pa naman ang Pilipinas nung yun po ay sa Amerika at nakadeploy lang po dito. Sa Amerika po yon at hindi sa Pilipinas. At binabalak nga rin pong bumili ng Pilipinas ng mga Typhoon na kagaya ng mga long range. No? So, yun po yung 10 pinaka-deadly weapon ng Pilipinas ngayon na inihayag nito ni the most, ano, at sana madagdagan pa po yun bilang depensa ng ating bansa. At sana meron din tayong pangkumpensa kasi baka maubusan tayo ng depensa kung hindi natin mawawasak yung source nila. No? Dalangin ko na hanggang display na lang sila na ganyan at hindi na magamit pa sa isang totoong digmaan para wala pong mamatay, walang maapektuhan both side, both party. Hanggang dito na lang po. Maraming salamat po. Ito po ang Awoy Mix Videos.